Okay, so first thing I do is I'm going to take my sea salt blend, which I have right here, and you can put as much as you want in. I always put in 3 pinches, or a mini handful as I call it. One for the maiden, one for the mother, and one for the crone. Okay. Once you have your salt in, I like to add my patchouli oil for love. Patchouli oil packs a powerful punch. It's not only just a fragrant oil, it also is very powerful. So when using patchouli, be very careful. Especially, and also this is just to like echo some things some other pagans have said online. Make sure you know what you're doing when you want to manifest something and you do a spell, because if you have the right amount of energy and intent, your spell will come true, and come to fruition. But you will need to make sure that you've weighed your options, because I've done money spells in the past that have gone crazily wrong because I didn't research it fully, and I added tons of patchouli oil, and it just make sure that you're really well thought out in your spells. Don't ever just do something on a whim. So I add a drop of patchouli oil. And usually when I'm doing anything with money, especially if I need the money in a hurry, I will invoke Saint Expedite. Charming Pixie Flora has a video on Saint Expedite I would highly recommend. And I also ask for the god Lu to bless whatever I'm doing. So I will call those deities down and I will ask their blessing. And whenever doing herbal blends or baths, I also ask for the blessing of the guardians of the watchtowers of the north. The element of, oh, that was pretty, the element of earth, and the guardians of that watchtower to protect me and be with me, and put their power into what I'm doing. Next I'm going to add, it smells so good, I'm going to add a little bit of mint. And again, you can add whatever herbs you see fit. These are just some sample ones that I'm doing today for this little mixture. And a little bit of basil. Oops. Okay. Alright. So we've got our basil, mint, and sea salt. Alright. Now, what I like to do next is I will go through with my hands and I'll really work with the herbs. I'll start to kind of blend them together. Some people like to use a mortar and pestle for these blends. I prefer to use my hands. I do have a mortar and pestle and I do use it in my magic, but I prefer for my blends and recipes that I make on my own. I prefer to use my hands. I don't know. It really mingles my energy with the herbs. And then I won't do this on camera, but what I would then do is I begin to chant my words of power, summon the deities that I wish to help me, and I just begin to really play with the herbs and really empower them, speak directly to them. I would say words of power directly to the basil and to the mint and to the salt and to the patchouli. It smells so good. And I just do that until I feel my fingers begin to tingle. And then what I like to do to set in my intent is I raise my hands up and down once, and then up and down twice, and up and down 3 times. And I do that once for each aspect of deity. And as I do that, that's just really setting in my intent, really pushing into the herbs my intent. And also, as I bring my hand up, that's receiving whatever the plant wants to give me. And I just do this, and honestly, I just blend it until I feel that it's done, until I feel that my intent has been manifest. Now, something really interesting, an interesting story that happened to me. I'll go back up here. Something interesting that happened to me was that I was doing a money blend, similar to the one that I just showed you. And as I was working with the herbs and moving them around and channeling my energy into them, I got the idea, I'll make a dollar sign in the herbs, because I was going to leave them on my altar with the spell the money altar that I had made. And so I went to start to do that, and I stopped really abruptly, because I realized that on my altar the herbs were already in the shape of an M. And so that was that's okay, that's a sign that my intent is set. So be open to the fact that the herbs might tell you when they're ready and when your intent has been manifest. But if not, if you don't really, if you don't, that doesn't resonate with you or whatever, I put symbols in the herbs. I can do a spiral. I can do a pentagram. You can mix them around counterclockwise, clockwise. It's really whatever you see fit that matches your intention. It's all about your intent. Then what you can do with these herbal blends. Now I'll talk about what you can do with these herbal blends. You can use herbal blends for, you can use these, you can put this in a bath, you could put this in a coffee filter and staple it together, or in a muslin satchel and put it in your bath with your ritual bath. If you're doing a spell for money in your ritual, or if you're doing a whole espit on focusing on money and prosperity, you could use this blend in your bath, in your ritual bath prior to that. You could bottle it up and give it as gifts to friends to use in their baths if they need to draw money into their lives. This is my all-purpose ritual bath, purification bath. And it has echinacea, eucalyptus, catnip, peppermint. I think that's it in there. And a little bit of jojoba oil and St. Michael oil. And I use that every full moon, or every esbit that I have, and every sabbat I have. I use that blend. So you can bottle it and you can use it for baths. You can use, you can put a candle. You could, if you wanted to, you could put a candle, like move the herbs around and put a candle on top of it, and let the candle wax like burn down, and as the wax drips, it will suck in and like trap those herbs. And then what I've done with that is I've kind of made like wax talismans with them, and I've allowed those to, like if I had a protection candle, I light a white candle on top of my herbal blend. I let the candle drip all the way down and catch all the herbs. Then when it dries, I peel it off of the I peel it off of the surface, and then I put it outside of my house as a talisman of protection. So I mean, it's really versatile. I just really wanted to get my feet wet with a how-to video. So that's why I did this video for you guys. So yeah, I mean, herbal blends, it's really all about your intent and how you want to do things. I mean, I can show you how I do it, and that's what I've done today, just kind of walk you through a few things. But yeah, it's all about your intent, what you want to do, what you feel comfortable with, and what works for you. And this works for me. Herbs really resonate with me. I love the feeling of them. I love the connection with the earth. And I highly recommend using herbs and getting into an herbal practice of some sort, or incorporating them into your ritual, if it rings true for you. It's really great. The other thing I like to do with my herbal blends is I will take them, put them in a little dish, and put them on my altar as representation of earth. So if I'm doing a money spell, I could use this as my representation of earth, which is actually what I've done in the past. Made an herbal blend, empowered it, and then used it as my earth representation on the altar. It really just adds an extra punch to your spell. So that's all I got for today. This is probably going to have to be 2 videos because I'm seeing I'm at 13 minutes, and I doubt YouTube will let my newbiness ramble on for 13 minutes without breaking it down into 2 videos. So anyways, that's my herbs. A little getting my feet wet on a how-to video. I hope to do I'll be doing weekly videos as soon as I move to Rhode Island at the 1st of September. Right now it's kind of hard because I am in a household that is not pagan friendly. Open, but not necessarily friendly, where I can do ritual in the house or have magical items just laying out, you know. So I'm kind of restricted right now, but as soon as I move, that will all change, and you'll see me often, probably too much. I enjoy all of your videos. I hope that you will comment, subscribe, rate this video, any feedback you have, anything. I'd love to connect with you guys. I hope that you have a great day, and blessed be.